Happy Hippy the Vinyl Guys, Peace Thread. Hi everyone, welcome to Garage Geek. It's about time that I started getting back into some threads. Happy Hippy the Vinyl Guy is a great channel. Obviously, I'm going to link his original thread video below. If you could go over and watch his original video, and please comment on how dapper he looks in that hat. I actually think he looks really nice. I commented that myself. But he wants us to spell peace with vinyl, to send some good vibes out there. And I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to get back to my roots. Now, one thing that I like to do is whenever I have a challenge, I like to do it cross-genre. And I haven't done it in a while because I'm in the process of rearranging my room. So I usually just grab some stuff really quick and show, but that's not who I am. So I'm going to spell out peace 4 different ways, I believe. We're going to go through layers of pretentiousness. Since this is all about love and peace, you can't make fun of me for that. First, we're going to give Happy Hippy what he wants. He wants us to spell peace with vinyl. Oops, my records are out of order. So for P, I'm going to show one of 3 different versions I have on vinyl of Porgy and Bess. Look at that awesome cover. For E, the first E, I'm going to show Wake Up Little Susie by the Everly Brothers. I've shown this one before, but what a gorgeous cover. I like to trot this thing out. I just love this Cannonball Adderley for A. Next, we have C, and we've got a very, very snug Patsy Cline, Sentimentally Yours, Heartaches. And the reason I say it's snug is this thing is so tight, I need to get another slipcase for Patsy. And finally, we've got, this one might creep you out, I'm not sure, but this is supposed to send peace out into the world. This is Ralph Edwards, This Is Your Life. So there you have it. I spelled out peace with vinyl. Well, we're not going to stop there. Next, I'm going to spell peace with comic books. So I'm going to start with P as the Phantom Stranger. Look at that cool cover. Now, I know you might see this, but you know what? My eye doesn't see that. It looks at that. Look at that cool art on that cover. Look at the background. Look at her dress. This art is just so cool. So the Phantom Stranger meets the spawn of Frankenstein. The spawn of Frankenstein. Ooh. E was actually hard for me to find, so I'm going to do a little cheating. But I have number 2 of the Eternals. When Gods Walk the Earth. Look at that. I pulled it just for that. I mean, look at that crazy Kirby face. That is awesome. And so this is number 2 of the Eternals. More fantastic than Chariots of the Gods. This is it. The Coming of the Celestials. Ooh, you better get under cover. Those Celestials are coming. This is one I got recently. So happy that I got this in my collection. I haven't put it in its proper bag yet. But for A, I have The Amazing Spider-Man. And this is issue number 102. And the price on here says $75. I don't know if someone was actually trying to sell it for that. I got this ridiculously cheap. And it's actually in really nice condition. And so this is Vampire at Large. This is the second part of that Morbius. And, where he has 6 arms. One of my favorites, the Lizard. For the letter C, I have Chamber of Chills. Now, this comic is very badly spine rolled. And so you can see, like, this comic actually needs to be repaired. I hope to get a press in the future so that I can get this comic looking good. But when you ignore the spine, look at that gorgeous art on the cover. The rest of the comic is in really nice shape for a 20 center. And this is I Was the Man in the Maze, plus 3 more of the most spellbinding shockers of all. So I don't know what's going on there. So cool. And my final E is another Eternals. Like I said, I was having difficulty finding E's, but look at that classic Kirby art, the Eternals, When Gods Walk the Earth, Devil in the Sky, and you got this lady reaching out. Just cool Kirby awesomeness. So that was 2 ways. Are you ready? The level of pretentiousness is increasing. Now I'm going to spell out P's with the authors of DAW science fiction books. These are mostly all new acquisitions for me. So a couple of them I have shown before. I apologize for that. The first one is Dre Prescott, number 22. And to be honest, again, I don't know if that's the author, the character, but it has Prescott on the spine. It says Prescott. A Victory for Cregan. And I mean, I don't like fantasy too much as sci-fi, but that is gorgeous art. I just showed this one, Suzette Hayden Elgin, Star Anchored. So yeah, I got some comments on this when I posted it. Enough said. The next one, I had a couple that I could choose, but I thought I'd show the granddaddy of them all, even though he's only editing this book. I was so happy to get this, because it's number 1 in the series. Isaac Asimov presents The Great SF Stories number 1. They're all from 1939. I actually can't wait to read this. So cool. It's going to have some awesome stories in that. But yeah, Isaac Asimov, number 1. For C, I'm going to have A. Bertram Chandler, The Big Black Mark. Mutiny on Starship Discovery. I don't know really what that's about, but if it's sci-fi, I want to jump into it. And finally, I have Gordon Eklund, All Times Possible. In alternate America, all roads lead to Tommy Bloom. It looks like he's standing on clouds, but he's really standing on, I don't know, either corpses or rocky corpses or corpses that have been changed into spirit, or I don't know what that is, but that's a pretty cool cover. And now, are you ready to be stripped to the highest level of pretentiality? We are going to spell peace through American art. Is this a cool book or what? The greatest thing about these books, these Faden books, is they're relatively cheap. So everybody can have access to this gorgeous art. I've got about 4 different books. This one is the American art book. It's a pretty cool book. So we're going to start with P, and I opened it to this picture. Now this one is by Ammi Phillips. This is Portrait of a Young Woman, possibly Miss Hardy. I didn't go ahead and read some of the background information, but you have to admit that is a very beautiful painting. Next, we have our first E. We're going to pick Edmondson. This one is entitled Preacher. I love it. I don't know about you, but I don't know. That is just such a quirky, funny little statue. Love it. Next, we have A, and we have John Audubon. Now, he must be the same Audubon for the Audubon Society. This is called Great Blue Heron. Look at that cool piece of art. Next, we have C. We're going to look at Paul Cadmus, The Fleet's Inn. What a cool picture. The Fleet's Inn by Paul Cadmus. Wow. Here we go. One more chance to look at The Fleet's Inn. Some of those butts are nice. Okay, and the final E. I saw another butt. Can't show that one. And the final E is going to be Morning Picture by Edwin Romanzo Elmer. Now, unfortunately, this is a sad picture for, painting to end peace on. But even though it's sad, it's still gloriously beautiful. So there you have it. Garage Geek is getting back to his roots. He used records, comics, sci-fi books, and American art to spell out peace. So what do you think of that, Happy Hippie Vinyl Guy? Remember, go and comment on Happy Hippie's hat. And I want to say, again, thank you for all the support.